Hail King. You get a massage from my closeted lesbian lover, and you get a massage from my closeted lesbian lover, and massage for you, and massage for you, and closeted lesbian lovers for all of us. Gone.
Chris Brown verbally assaulted the hosts of the talk show The Real.
Well, at least he limited it to a verbal assault. So, baby steps, Chris Brown. How is that guy not getting prison raped on a regular basis? I still haven't figured out how he's walking the streets and getting Grammys and money. Just the most obnoxious, horrendous human being on the face. Well, okay, no, I mean, that's downplaying, dictators behead people and stuff like that. But, yeah, just Chris Brown's a terrible person. And the world crawls over barbed wire and broken glass to kiss his ass. And just, it's not okay. Go on.
Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger's thrown for 12 touchdowns the past 2 games.
Yeah, he's having an amazing season. He hasn't scored like this since he cornered a defenseless woman in a bathroom. Oh, yeah. It's amazing how... someone like Chris Brown, it's all about money. It really is. It's all about the almighty dollar. Chris Brown was one of the few artists that was selling any kind of records. They'd invested so much money into his album. They'd invested so much money into him that they weren't going to let a little thing like the fact that he used a woman's face as a speed bag slow down the money train that was Chris Brown. They're like, we can't allow this to happen. If Chris Brown wasn't selling records, trust me, he would be in prison. He would be getting prison raped on a regular basis because he wouldn't have had his lawyer spring into action. He wouldn't have had the enormous super tanker of money thrown at his PR campaign to clean up his name that he did. If he wasn't making a record label money hand over fist, he would be getting taken hand over fist, so to speak, in prison. And the same with Ben Roethlisberger. If he wasn't an amazing quarterback, that whole thing where he was like, well, look, Punchy McSlap-a-lot and Molesty McRape-a-lot would both be in prison. Roethlisberger thrown for 12 touchdowns in the past 2 games. Experts say he hasn't scored like this since he cornered a defenseless woman in a bathroom. Go on.
Residents of Washington, D.C. have voted to legalize marijuana.
Yeah. So I guess we know what President Obama will be doing to cope with election results.
Oh, look, you got any more of those doobies?
You thought his speeches were long before. Go on.
Maine was hit by 21 inches of snow.
Yep, Maine. White as far as the eye could see. And then it snowed. See what I did there? It's funny because they don't have black people. What else?
150 cats were rescued from a home in New York.
Yep. Neighbors were suspicious after noticing that the homeowner was a single middle-aged woman and... Oh, no, actually, that's it. Single middle-aged woman, 150 cats. Not surprising. Go on.
5% of us have used a sick day at work because of a sex-related injury.
Really? I'm so behind the curve in terms of, pun not intended, but, I just... Really? Have you? I don't think I've ever had a sex-related injury. Have you?
Me?
Yeah.
I've taken a day off because of it, but I didn't tell my boss.
I mean, was it an injury though, or was just was your
year ago? I pulled my groin, and and every once in a while, it hurts, but I just can't pick up 50 pounds. Can't be a promotions assistant anymore.
You pulled your groin doing it?
Yeah.
But how does that even? I thought groin pulls were things that you do when you're.
Well,
if you do the splits, you can pull your groin or something like that. What were you? What were you doing?
It was a thing that I saw on the internet that I was trying to do, but it didn't work out for me.
Was it a case of coitus interruptus? Did you have to go we gotta stop? Or did you realize afterwards that you'd heard something?
It crept up on me. The next day I was like, what is that? Oh. All right, well, can't do that one anymore.
Was she at least, whatever you were doing, was she at least impressed?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess so. I don't know. I didn't ask for feedback afterwards, but...
Usually you can tell. Hopefully you're getting some sort of reaction. Unless you're roofying the chick, usually you have an idea of whether or not what you're doing is,
typically, yeah.
Getting the midsection of the female you're with to sing Sweet Virginia.
I think she got to the second chorus on that one.
That's very impressive, because I don't even know what a second chorus is. But go on. Let's move on before I feel... but no, that's 5% of us used a sick day at work because of a sex-related injury. I would imagine, unlike Funkhauser, most of those are men with injuries caused by their wife walking in on them having sex. Go on.
Nearly $4 billion was spent on the midterm elections, making it the most expensive in history.
Yeah, $4 billion spent on midterm elections. So effed. So effed. Oh, God. Anyways, let's welcome our new fiscally conservative Republicans to Congress. Yay. Go on.
Iranians marked the anniversary of the 1979 U.S. Embassy takeover by chanting, "Down with America," in the streets.
Yeah, I would be concerned with that sort of thing, but it's hard to take a protest seriously when the people doing it get just as mad about a woman driving.
Radio goes one-on-one with Jimmy Page to discuss why the acoustic guitar really was the foundation behind many of Led Zeppelin's albums.
It was guitar driven. It was guitar driven. I think that's quite apparent throughout all of this. You know, when we're revisiting and listening to this stuff, and quite surprising for a lot of people. It was also the first, 4 albums were written on acoustic. You can hear the acoustic with "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You." I mean, that's very radical compared to what anybody else was doing around that sort of time. But it's acoustic, and there's acoustic on "Ramble On," etc. You know, on the second album, third album. It's the same guitar that I'm writing it on. It gets really played a lot on the third album, and it's the same guitar that plays "Stairway." So you can see the acoustic guitar was quite the bed underneath this, although it's still 6 strings, and my various approaches to the electric guitar was still shown within the writing process and what was presented to the band, and this is what we're doing, you know.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and all your favorite artists. iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Jimmy Page to talk about when he first became a studio session musician.
I think I was about 16 the first session that I did. That wasn't repetitive. It was at the point when maybe I was 17, 18, that I became sort of a trusted friend within the recording industry, where I was being asked to do sessions day after day after day. And I did sessions with the Kinks, the Who, Can't Explain, the Rolling Stones, not the Beatles.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Jimmy Page and favorite artists.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah. You've been talking about me for a long time.
Big news, of course, is the midterm elections. Last night, Republicans picked up 12 seats in the House to give them their biggest majority since World War II. Or as they put it, time to party like it's 1939. They also took control of the Senate after gaining another 7 seats. I haven't seen the GOP get this many seats since Chris Christie made an airline reservation. And
What's that, sir? You want the window and the aisle? All right.
I saw that Republican Scott Brown lost his bid for Senate in New Hampshire last night, 2 years after he was voted out as senator in Massachusetts. When asked what he was planning to do next, he said, "Are they still looking for a mayor in Toronto?"
Democratic candidates who wanted to distance yourselves from Obama, congratulations, you did. You don't ever have to worry about seeing him again.
So we're adults. We can talk about stuff like this. You're here because you're, well, you know what you're getting with this show. So it's perfectly acceptable for our little program to talk about things like, well, various sex acts, like Dog in a Bathtub, Blumpkin, Cleveland Steamer, The Emerald, The Arabian Death Mask, Alabama Hot Pocket, Alexander Graham Bell, Glass Bottom Boat, Lawnmower, Ray-Ban, a.k.a. Arabian Sunglasses, Doo-Wop Gold, Texas Rodeo, Angry Pirate, Angry Churro, The Balcony Bandit, a.k.a. The Houdini, a.k.a. The David Copperfield, The Grapevine, The Burning Amazon, a.k.a. The Firefighter, and The Superman. We can talk about any one of those sex acts. Funkhauser, I didn't want to get too deeply into this, but do you know what all those are?
Most of them.
Most of them. Do you have any that you are curious about? I figure we can answer what one of them is and remain on the air. Shall I run down the list again and you decide which one you want to find for you?
Yeah.
Dog in the Bathtub, Blumpkin, Cleveland Steamer, The Emerald, Arabian Death Mask, Alabama Hot Pocket, Alexander Graham Bell, Glass Bottom Boat, Lawnmower, Ray-Bans, a.k.a. Arabian Sunglasses, Doo-Wop Gold, Texas Rodeo, Angry Pirate, The Balcony Bandit, a.k.a. The Houdini, a.k.a. The David Copperfield, The Grapevine, Burning Amazon, a.k.a. The Firefighter, or The Superman.
Well, how about Glass Bottom Boat? Can you talk about that one?
Delicately, I can dance my way around it. You start by putting saran wrap or cling film or whatever you want to call it over the face of your significant other, and and then you do whatever bathroom type thing you want to directly onto the saran wrap. My favorite. Do you know what the lawnmower is? No. You put beads into your girlfriend or wife, and you assure her that they will be removed gently, then yank them out as if you were starting up the mower. See, we can talk about this stuff on this show, but there's another place where you're going to find references to this sort of thing. And that would be broadcast television. Yeah, true story. Primetime's TV fall lineup, primetime, before the kids go to bed, has included fisting, numerous references to anal sex, and pictures of a guy's junk. Yeah. FCC fines almost non-existent at this stage of the game. There's a whole bunch of low-rated television shows. They're pushing the boundaries with talk of fisting and secondary orifice entry and pictures of man's genitalia to boost ratings. Primetime TV is upping the ante as far as explicit sexual content goes this fall. It's getting kind of graphic, and I'm not... Look, nothing offends me. Pretty much nothing offends me. But this is on before kids go to bed. Fox's New Girl. One example of this trend. Zooey Deschanel, quirky girl next door. Series premiere opened with her character repeatedly saying sex fist in reference to a friend's one-night stand at a wedding. There are a whole bunch of jokes about fisting, getting stoned, and a man with a micro penis. The producer, the executive producer on the show, said, "We got away with murder." And he said they were just giving broadcast standards a run for their money. Remember